Hi, how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Carlene, and I'm with the company, the TPW Academy, which stands for The Power Within. And I encourage people to take time out of their day to focus on themselves, which gets them closer to their goals. If that's something that responds to you, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. You'll get videos every time I upload. And I want to say thank you for being here now, just watching. Now, today's video is about dealing with careless people. We all have them in our lives. Whether it's brother, sister, cousin, neighbor, friend, work people, we have careless people around us all day. I know you do. You do? I know you do. Isn't it hard dealing with them sometimes? I put yes in the chat box, y'all. Just put yes. It's hard dealing with them. Especially when you do them a favor. And you be expecting them to return it back. You know we all do. Whenever you do somebody careless a favor, you be expecting like them to honor their word. When in the back of your mind, you know you knew better. You know you knew better. So let me tell you why and how to deal with some careless people. And what you need to think about when you're helping careless people. Whether it's a friend, a family member, a neighbor, someone close to you. It's always usually someone close to you that you've been knowing for a long time. But in some way, somehow, you know they're careless. The first thing is, you gotta stop getting upset when they don't do what they say they was gonna do. You can be mad, but how mad should you get if you already knew they was careless? And you already know what type of person you was dealing with. How mad do you really get? Some of us be on flame. Like, we 0 to 100, we ready to shoot up the world, fight them and everything else. But why? And I'm finna tell you why you shouldn't be that mad too. You have to think about the person that you're dealing with when you're doing favors. Even the careless people. If you're not taking the time out to think about the person you're doing a favor for, you're gonna always be upset, especially with the careless people. If you know that their word ain't been good and they've been burning people, why put yourself in this situation? Or think about the situation you choose to put yourself in. If you know they're not good and paying people back, then don't do no money situations with them. Do other type of situations with them. Help out with a ride or something. Don't borrow no cash. And if it is, make it a minimum. $5, $10. Don't go over 20 because you know you're going to be mad as hell if they don't give your money back. You got to think about the person that you're helping and why you're helping them. And what situation or season they're in this chapter. Because some people would be real good back in the day, but they get to a point where they is just, you don't see the same person you used to know. So you got to learn how to deal with them accordingly. Anybody else understand me? Does this resonate with anybody? Because it be like that sometimes. I know. I go through that all the time. Thirdly, do you really want to help them? And if you do choose to help them, you might have to do it as like a charity. Like, not expect it to come back in the form that you want it back. Some people are careless, but then they'll come back 6 months later and do something, or 3 months later. You won't get your return back when they said it. That's something you got to understand. They might have said they'll pay it, do something, And it don't happen at that time. You gotta expect your return to might be late. Very late. But be okay with that. And when you see them, don't have an attitude. Yes. It be hard because you be thinking about what you just did and what they just said and how they lied. But don't. Because the only person that be all messed up is you. When dealing with careless people, you have to be okay with certain things. Especially when you know what you're doing and they're asking you to do something. You have to understand how far to go, how far not to go, and not to expect your return to come back immediately. It might come back in a different form. Who knows? But you have to learn to be okay because, again, the only person that's going to be pissed off is you. And if you already know what type of person they is and you know they're going through something or this is not their typical them, then don't be so upset. I know sometimes you give them an inch and they run with a whole mile. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. But sometimes they might need that mile. Even though you don't even want to give it to them. They might really need it. Because we don't really know what they're going through. In their heads, we just see the outside part. And might not try intentionally to be careless, but in this season, it's just what they are. Careless. So I'm saying to be conscientious of the person. Think about who you're talking to or dealing with. And don't expect your return right away, especially if you're doing something. You'll be more so to just give it away like you're giving away charity. And then you won't be so upset. And then when they do give it back to you, you'll be more gracious because you don't even think they remembered. Or they thought about it. But in the back of their mind, it's there. They remembered, they just couldn't do it when they said they could. Well, I just wanted to say that because that was just sitting on my head dealing with careless people all the time. And it'd be hard because we'd be mad and angry and be like, they said. No. I don't think it'd be intentional. I just think they just be in seasons where they be trying to do the best they can. But their mind be so boggled up with so much other negative stuff that they forget how to be respectful, thoughtful, respect your time or what you did for them. Show the same respect back. It be like that sometimes. Just pray for them and everything will be okay for the most part. Yeah, I'm a godly person, so I'm always praying all the time. So if you're not a big God person, you could disregard that last part, but I am, so I tend to be praying for everybody that be kind of careless and hope that God can help clean up their mind. So on that note, again, my name is Carlene. I am with the company, The Power Within. the TPW Academy, which stands for The Power Within. And I just inspire people to take a few minutes out of their day to do something that'll get them closer to their goals. And hopefully that's you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to hear more videos from me and I touch something in your soul, subscribe. I would love to have you around. Other than that, have a great day and thank you all so much for showing up.